Got to feel in heaven when my lover's near. Lord, let this moment last for another year. Though today has ended, the night's still young, I'd say. Lover, don't go away. Let it be the thing that I am longing for. Let's fly out from Manhattan to the California shore, just to watch the ships at night on the San Francisco Bay. Oh, lover, please, please stay. Don't say you have to go. Don't say you need to run. I'll stop the clock on Central Station and we can have a drink downtown. Let it be the night that I am longing for. Let's fly down south to Austin or to Ecuador, just to drink pina colada on a hot, wet summer's day. Oh, lover, please, please stay. Yeah!
It's 5 o'clock.
It's Thursday night.
Which means...
It's Stir Crazy time.
It's Stir Crazy Sack. I'm the divine Danny D.
I am Elle Diabloe.
And we do this every week. This is our...
This is what we do.
This is all we do now.
This is really what we do.
No, we are based in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, for those who have never seen us before. And we are burlesque performers.
Yes.
I'm a comedian. You're very funny as well.
Looks aren't everything.
Hey,
man.
I wasn't saying that. Good joke, though. Proving you're a comedian. I'm also a producer.
As am I. I'm a burlesque dancer, and choreographer.
You dance. You dance.
You sing.
I sing. I make. I make hosting.
You make ha-ha.
And when the COVID's hit, when the quarantine locked us down, we decided we wanted to still perform and do something.
And be with the people.
And we took our love of food, our love of alcohol.
Our love of people?
At
a distance?
Yes. Our love of people that are on another side of a camera. And we combined it into this ridiculous show.
Yes.
Which is some food, some drinks, some weird, some music, some fun.
Yay!
All in one 2-hour block, so you don't have to think for 2 hours.
Yay! Not thinking for 2 hours is awesome.
And it's winter time.
Yes, indeed.
Which means it's a little cold out there.
Although, it's not so cold out here, which, I'm not complaining about, but it kind of makes me nervous for the planet.
For the planet?
For the planet.
Oh, well, the planet.
Damn it, planet.
Damn it, planet. The planet will have to smarten up a little bit.
But yeah, it is wintertime.
It is wintertime. Almost.
In the Great White North.
Yes, and this is the perfect time to put on some pajamas, some snuggly clothes. Mm-hmm. Curl up on a couch, a sofa, a settee.
A divan.
Perhaps a beanbag chair.
If you're in 1990 something.
Well, that was 1972.
Oh, both. It made a comeback.
Did it make a comeback?
Don't call it a comeback.
Okay. If you're a 1997 beanbag person, let us know down in the comments what that actually means, because I don't know. No matter what, everybody wants to get comfortable now, cozy. Put on the warm clothes,
Eat the yummy foods.
Eat some yummy food. Stream something on the
box.
On the box, and which is weird because we've kind of been forced to do that for a year.
It's true.
Yes.
We like to keep it new and fresh.
Yes. But today...
And short enough that no one's going to have to go, yes, I'm still watching. So it's perfect.
Yes. And so today we decided we're going to spend all day talking about our cozy comforts.
Yes.
Which is why you were dressed so
I've got
comfortable.
My
Look at
cozy
this.
comforts on.
I got a little trim that matches you.
Yeah, we see. That's why I did that. I did that. And Ooh.
Oh, wow. The bra matches and
Double
everything.
match.
I would show you my underpants. Oh, actually, they do match.
Do they match?
Well, kind of.
Hold on. Let me undo your bare bum.
Very bum.
Oh, they do kind of match. Fun times.
A little bit. So we could do...
Food, fun, and matching panties.
What do
Here
you do?
we go.
What do you do? This is what the show is all about.
Nothing.
Yeah. So we're going to cook some delicious comfort food today.
Yes.
I'm very excited for what you're making.
So
It's
am I.
very, very, very cool. We're going to make some very interesting comfort cocktails.
Yes. We got some musical wonderfulness with us tonight.
Brand new, never been on the show before. Very excited for.
Someone who I have known literally for decades, which is...
Speak of the devil, there she is right
there.
there.
She is. Hi, Dee. And hi, Maureen.
And
some other fun.
And some of our other regular guests.
Regulars.
Chef Duy-An will be here.
Yes, our sexy woman who eats food for 1 whole minute.
1 whole minute. It's the shortest minute on the internet.
Indeed.
And today it's a little weird.
It's always a little
today was the first time when she sent me the video, I had to send her a message back. What are you eating?
Oh, no.
I didn't know what that was. And then when she explained it, it's like, oh, yeah, of course that's what it is.
See, and it's funny because you would think that I would watch the videos, but those of you who know that I don't like to watch them before the show, so I could be surprised and watch them with you.
Yes.
So I'm excited.
But which is odd then when they're on, you go and have a cigarette.
I don't do that. I barely smoke anymore. It's amazing. That's like one of the biggest bonuses of quarantine for me. Yeah.
Yeah, we stopped smoking. Well, I didn't.
Stopped smoking ages ago.
I stopped smoking a long time ago.
But like, I'm down to maximum 2 cigarettes a day.
That's very good.
And that's a heavy smoking day, which if you know me, I've been smoking.
Are you smoking more or less if you're a smoker during the quarantine?
Are you drinking more? Drinking less?
Well, we all do. We're all drinking more except
more marijuana. Anyone?
Yeah. No, but I to me it's the cigarettes one. Like when I smoked most.
So when you're bored?
When I was bored.
No, me too. And
really,
that's why I'm shocked. I'm literally shocked. Like I can't say that I've quit. But I did have a doctor who told me that if I could just have 1 cigarette a day for the rest of my life, I would never have to quit. So I'm going with that.
It's handy to be related to that doctor.
Oh, no, I'm not related. Oh, no, I'm not related to that doctor.
Oh, okay. I thought it was.
No.
Yeah. So we have amazing things. So tell us, what are you cooking for us today? I'm very excited for people to hear this.
We're doing like a 2-parter because I'm making something that's like traditionally super, super comfort food, which is mac and cheese. We are making it with bacon and beer because comfort. But then we're also going to take out the trusty waffle iron and we are going to waffle our mac and cheese. So we're going to make waffle mac and cheese. And that is not mac and cheese made of waffles, but waffles made of mac and cheese.
That's awesome.
So if you're cooking along with us, and sorry, we're
very
in the process,
excited for this.
We're in the process also of getting our selling and buying houses and whatever.
Yes.
Houses with
houses. Yes. It's like Monopoly here.
Not really.
You know what I found out though? You know what I found out though, which was really interesting while we've been looking for places, that if you have 4 houses, you can get a 1 hotel. True.
I didn't know that.
It's a true fact.
But yes, so we got the ingredients up a little bit late. But if you are cooking with us, I already turned my pot of water on to boil my macaroni. So you can do that if you're cooking with us.
When you like mac and cheese, do you prefer the elbow, or do you like the long ones, or do you like a different? Do you prefer a different pasta?
I think it totally depends on what you're using as a sauce.
Yes.
Like if you're doing a regular, just plain old cheese sauce or whatever, then I'm good with the elbow.
Well, I mean what you prefer, not what you're good with.
No, I prefer an elbow for like that kind of mac and cheese. But sometimes I think, especially because we live somewhere where it gets very, very cold, when I'm having I need to warm up, I prefer shells.
Oh, see, I'm the other way. I prefer, what's the spot? Rigatoni?
Rotini?
Rotini. I prefer rotini. I think you get a lot more sauce trapped in those areas. Those are good. And if I have to do macaroni, just because I think it looks prettier, those big fat tubes.
Yep. I think it
what
also
prefer.
depends. Like if you're going to throw veggies in, like I was looking at so many different mac and cheese options for this week, and like I think if you're going to put broccoli in it, or if you're going to make like a pizza mac and cheese with pepperoni, then you need a stodgier pasta than just a little elbow.
Yeah, that's true.
And what are you making?
Oh, I'm so excited. We have it's comfort cocktails are a big thing because what some people find comfortable, and when you look up cozy, comfortable cocktails and you try and figure out what most people sort of associate it, you get a lot of hot cocktails, like a lot of hot cocktails. Hot cocktails. That's gonna be my new segment from now on. Hot cocktails. So we are going to make a warm cocktail. In fact, I am going to make a traditional hot buttered rum. One of the best if it's cold out and you want to warm your bones. I'm from Vancouver, where it doesn't get as cold as here, but it's more wet, and so when you get that chill, it gets right into your bones. So having something that really sort of gets to the heart of it. So we're going to make a hot buttered rum, but I'm also going to I want a cocktail that I think can be really associated with comfort, but is still a nice traditional cocktail. So we're going to make what's called the Applejack Sazerac.
Applejack Sazerac?
Applejack Sazerac.
I love it.
Sazerac, of course, we made that on the show before, which is rye, Peychaud bitters, and a little sugar.
And New Orleans, just a little bit
New
of
Orleans New Orleans in a glass. We're going to make the Applejack version, which instead of using the rye whiskey, we are going to use an apple brandy. Applejack is generally considered the brandy you would use. You can't get Applejack in Canada very easily, so we're going to use the next best thing, which I think I actually prefer because it's a little more whiskey and less sweet, which is a Calvados.
Yum.
So we're going to make an Applejack Sazerac with a little...
Say it again. Applejack Sazerac.
Fun to say.
It's so much
it's
fun.
cool. So we are going to be doing all of that on the show, plus all the good
all
stuff.
other stuff. Plus, there's you guys.
Yes.
And gals and peeps and everyone in between. The stir crazy.
Yes. If you were here last week, you know that we had some technical problems.
Indeed.
Oh, it was a mess. And I still haven't quite figured out. I did Chef Duy-An going, reboot your router. It was like, shut up. Because I had actually... So everything's been rebooted and it's running fine. I've been checking.
Hey,
Why did you do that? I am allowed to be confident in myself. You can wish on hopes and dreams and the face folk, but
the face
the fey folk.
Oh, the fey folk.
But I'm going to rely on good old-fashioned science, which I don't understand sometimes.
I count to 8, and then I start over at 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
That's
8,
just
so
counting. It's not science.
I'm saying that's about all my brain can manage, so definitely science.
That's not true. So we are going to have some fun today.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for you to see some things that we did. Plus, we got a little sneak peek of our
Something
special show coming up.
Let's say hi to the people.
Let's say hi to the people over here.
Here, you say hi. I'm just going to put my hairdo away.
You put your hairdo in. Hey, everybody. How are you? Look at everybody here. Oh, there's my mama's there. And Adina is here. And Ruby
Shalom.
Rose
In
is
the
here.
home.
I feel like remember Romper Room?
Romper room. I
Yeah.
always feel like that when we do this.
Yeah, and you ever feel so alienated when you would never say your name?
Do you think that my name ever got said on Romper Room? That is, I don't know.
No, that was fine. We're good. We seem to be running fine over here. I'm just gonna
Hello,
pause that stuff so it doesn't have to take up a
Sylvie
lot of
Couture.
space. I'm just making sure things are working all right.
I know, but then I can't see who's talking to us. So
I wasn't worried. And there's Stuart Spence. Hello, and DIY Muggle Guy.
Hi, guys.
Oh, I heard myself. Oh, I somehow turned on the audio. I was making sure things are.
I know, but now we've got a delay. Now I am confused.
All right.
It doesn't take much these days, friends. It really doesn't.
We're going to take that away. We're just going to go over here.
Where are you going?
I'm just taking away some of the stuff so the computer doesn't have to process things.
Adina, you know.
Adina, yeah, your name would never get said.
Maybe if they had Romper Room in like Israel.
What I was worried is, I remember watching it when I was a little, and I was worried as who stole the mirror in her stole the glass in her mirror.
Hmm.
I wasn't sure if there was supposed to be a mirror or it was supposed to be see-through. Like if she knew, like in character, hey, there's no mirror there, or was she
This
like?
was your biggest concern?
I was. To
Hi,
me,
Sister Stephanie.
I wasn't sure. If I was a child, I couldn't. I had a hard suspension of disbelief.
That must have been rough for you.
Yeah, it was a terrible time.
Yes, indeed.
I'm just going to get
Why
that
are
out
you
of the
doing it?
Because I'm doing stuff.
I know, but I don't understand.
Well, we can discuss it if you'd like.
You don't need to.
I'm just making
I
sure everything is
want to go back
working
to
okay.
a place where I can like see the people.
I know. I'm just
It's
doing
important to me.
the stuff where you can see the people, where I can see the people.
People.
There we are.
seeing
That's
the
what we
people.
want. Okay,
There we go.
good, fantastic. Everybody
Mr.
is there. We are in our onesies today. Thank you.
We have matching ones like this,
We
but I
do.
popped the buttons on mine.
Yes,
so.
you did with those big old gazongas.
Yeah, my quarantitties.
Quarantitties. Speak of the devil.
But it's good. We're healthy. It doesn't matter. Everyone's allowed to gain a little weight. We ought to just get good. With
I'm not
ourselves.
worried about it. I like myself always.
I'm happy for
I'm quite
you.
confident with my my body shape.
I know.
I'm barrel-like.
I'm hoping it'll rub off on me.
I can rub off on you anytime you'd like. Well, we have everybody here. I'm so glad. Oh, everybody's showing up. It's nice. Just a reminder, we haven't said it for a while. If you want to help out the show in any way, you can get it. We have in the chat, there's a link to our PayPal, which if you want to make a donation, or what I'll also put in there is if you want to go to stircrazy.shop, you can still also buy any of our merch, which right now it's all the
Apparel.
but it's the socialized but distantly. That's all still up there. There's a whole bunch of different things. A couple of the aprons are up there. Yep. So go if you want anything like that. You can either donate or you can go buy merch over at stircrazy.shop.
Or you can also just hang out with us. And
let me finish the sentence of what or you don't want to ask for, we have to ask for things. This is how the internet works.
To ask for
well,
things.
then you don't have to do this part.
Okay.
Or, of course, the other link we have in there is to our Amazon wish list. If you want to get that, if you want to check in that, by all means, please check out our wish list. See what we're wishing for. We're also going to be setting up, I'm in the process of setting up right now, we're going to have the Amazon affiliate program set up soon, so that we can, if you want to use the equipment that we're using, or we're doing that, we'll get you some codes in Amazon that'll help out the show a little bit.
Yeah, help out the show. And, Jeff Bezos, because he needs your help.
Yeah,
Jeff Bezos needs your help.
There we are. Shall we make some mac?
Make some mac?
Let's make some mac.
Is it mickety, mickety, mickety mac?
Mickety, mickety. Oh, we're going to do that first, are we?
Well, actually, because the water's boiling, I'm going to put some macaroni in some boiling water.
Well, you boil the water. I'm going to get everything else in place. Yeah.
It's really not a big deal, unless you're someone who says, I burn water and then maybe keep an eye on it. But like the water's boiling, we're just going to put our macaroni in and put it in this is perfect in 5 minutes. So check your packaging. Yeah?
That's what she said. So you're checking your packaging, you're putting your macaroni in, getting that boiled. We're going to make a drink.
You make a drink while I recycle things.
You do that. I'm just going to, our schedule. Schedule. I showed you last week. This is our schedule. We got it back.
Since when do you call it schedule?
I've always called it schedule.
Not schedule?
That's a weird word.
No.
Yeah.
Schedule is
what do you call it? You call it shul or school?
I call it school because
no, I've
that's
heard you use the word shul.
Well, shul is something else.
What? Oh, it's special school?
Synagogue? What's buzzing?
I don't know. Okay. I think it might be a battery over there that's buzzing.
Pardon me.
They can't hear it though. All right, we're gonna have an Applejack Sazerac.
Applejack Sazerac.
Applejack Sazerac. You want to bring up the recipe there for the Applejack Sazerac?
Yes, I do indeed.
This is a very, very, again, I did forget one ingredient. Amuse the people while I get my last ingredient. People. I knew I forgot something. There we go.
Yeah, Applejack Sazerac. So much fun to say. We'll see if it's as much fun to drink. I have no doubt, really, but
I'm right. There we go. I'm back. So, boom. Applejack Sazerac. For booze, it really requires one key element. In this case, we're going to use Calvados. If you're using Applejack, I tend to suggest to use an ounce of Applejack with an ounce of good rye.
Okay.
Because Calvados is a little stronger, it's less sweet than Applejack, I go just straight Calvados when I'm using this one.
Cool.
Normally with a standard Sazerac, as you know, it was rye before, Peychaud, a little simple syrup, in a glass rinsed with absinthe.
Yes.
So we're going to still do all those things, but we're going to add a little bit, adding a little Angostura bitters in there too, just to give that warmth, that sort of apple pie warmth that gives that coziness to it.
I'm glad I ate today.
Yes. So the first thing we are going to do is rinse our glasses. So we put a little bit, and give you that.
Thank you.
And we are just going to, boop, pop that in there. So to rinse it out, we're going to rip it around and go right on the side. Go boop, 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 boop. Da-da-da-da-da. You know, don't be afraid to get it up the wall. Just, you really want that absinthe to permeate.
I think you sure changed me on my absinthe.
No, you don't need a ton. You really need like 2 dashes of the absinthe. You normally would have a dash bottle. Put a dash bottle. Just put that down.
Is it on your Amazon wish list?
It isn't. I should put one on. All right. So we are going to make our Applejack Sazerac. So you can bring the ingredients.
Bring the ingredients back up.
Let's bring the ingredients back up.
Just in case you're Dan and you missed them. 2 ounces Calvados.
So like I said, we're going to start with our cheap ingredients first. So let's start with it's a quarter ounce of simple syrup. This is actually going to add a little bit of flavor to it too, because this isn't just simple syrup. This is a little bit of vanilla simple syrup. So we're going to do a quarter ounce of each of those, just to add a touch of sweet in this. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. We're going to add 2 dashes of our Peychaud.
Is that like this?
Exactly like that. So 1, 2. Oh, that was good. I'm just going to add one more. That was a big splash, that last one. The Peychaud is giving it that burnt orange, or that bitter orange flavor. And then, of course, the Angostura is giving the apple pie spices.
Slices of pie right in that bottle.
The aromatic apple pie spices. 2 dashes of each of your bitters. Just give that a little bit of, mix it all together. Just get those working together a little bit. All right. Now, into that, we are going to put 2 ounces of our Calvados.
Foie deux, oui.
Foie deux.
Foie deux, because we're making 2.
I know what you said.
I know you know. I was just making sure.
Okay. So there's 2 ounces of the Calvados. I am working with you. I said yes. I don't know how much more work you needed. And we are going to put a bunch of ice in here and give that a nice stir. This is not a drink you want to shake. This is a drink you want to stir. You do not want to break up the ice and dilute it too much. You just want to cool everything down.
But look, I'm heating it up.
You are. You're making it very hot in here. Very, very warm. So there. Oh, thank you so much. Oh my golly. Oh my golly. So we're just going to get that in there. So once we think, and that's again about 30, 40 revolutions. You want this nice and cool. All right. Once you have that in place, we're going to take our glasses. We're going to toss out our absinthe. We are going to take a large cube. Boom.
The large cube.
I love the large cube.
I do like a large cube.
For the old-fashioned, the Sazerac, those real classic cocktails, it really adds a nice degree of elegance to the drink. So we have that in place now.
We do that.
We are just going to pour that right over the big cube.
Oh, look at that for timing.
There we go. 1 down. There we go. That's 2 down. And while I get this out of the way for a second.
Hi, friends.
I'm going to just add to that. I'm just going to take a nice swath of lemon peel off of here. Take that out of here.
Sorry, I hate draining things in the sink when there's soap. Like, I'm always afraid that my pasta is going to end up full of soap. I don't know why. It's clearly not going into the sink, but I'm crazy.
There we go. So we're going to take and we're going to give a nice lemon twist of there.
Careful, don't twist too close to my pot.
All right. So a nice lemon twist. So we're going to express those oils over the drink. And there we go. Do the lemon twist you want to do it around your finger. A little circle line. Boom. There we are. I'll take this one. Put that over.
Because I am not tending to this macaroni for probably quite some time, I'm just going to put a tiny bit of butter in there so that it doesn't all stick together.
Yes. Use that one.
I was going to use that one actually.
Okay, cool. And there we have it. That is the Applejack Sazerac. Really simple, easy to make. The better your ingredients, the better it'll always be.
Okay.
I love Calvados.
Do you know, it's so funny because I think I was introduced to
Oh, see, I like
Calvados.
that.
That's delicious.
Really nice.
That's really good. I think I became acquainted with Calvados for cooking purposes. I think I was making some kind of apple dish. And I had never really contemplated just drinking it until...
Well, when I started to make, I make for you a few times my apple pancakes.
Mm-hmm. Waffles.
Apple waffles, apple pancakes in a few different ways. And Calvados is a key ingredient in that.
This is so tasty.
It's really nice.
I also think the vanilla syrup adds
Oh,
a
yeah.
little
The
bit
vanilla,
of,
so you get that sort of warm apple pie feel to it.
this is really good. Make this drink.
Mm-hmm. It's nice. It's like I say, it's comforting. It's got those warm comfort feels to it. But still, what I love about something like this is how it's thick in the mouth without being viscous. How's that sound?
Vulgar. Mm-hmm. And like it needs to go on a t-shirt.
Yeah. Thick in the mouth without
but not
being
viscous.
Ah, that's what they used to say about Larry David, you know.
Was it?
Yeah, thick in the mouth. That mouth of his?
Thick.
Thick. So that's the Applejack Sazerac. Simple drink to make, and you're going to absolutely love that. It's gonna, especially what I love is every time with any Sazerac, when you get that hint of the absinthe comes out.
I love when you bring a whole tray over here, but then dirty the other tray.
Well, I don't want to cut on the
it
metal
makes
tray.
sense.
Next time, let's make a list of things that we should criticize about each other. Here's what I promise you this episode I'm not going to do. I've noticed I do it a lot, so I'm not going to do it this episode. I'm going to vow I will not mansplain the burner.
Top?
Will not do that anymore.
Thank you.
I figure you understand how hotness works.
I do, and
thanks for the follow, Slushy Girl.
It's only because I'm married to you that I understand how hotness works.
Oh, stop it. Slushy Girl, thanks for the follow. It's awesome. Last week we had that, suddenly we had
a million people
come in from Twitch.
From where? Were they from Spain?
Spain.
Yes. We had like 30 people all of a sudden at one time.
Just jumped in from Twitch.
So,
it was hilarious.
if you're on Twitch and you're in Spain, we dig that.
Yeah. Well, it's like to say, I like Twitch. I like who comes in for Twitch because I know this is not normally Twitch. You do have a lot of stuff, but you have, of course, the majority of things are gaming. Mm-hmm. But there are a lot of cooking shows on Twitch. Mm-hmm. But I find every time we get people come in from Twitch, we go, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Because we're old, we don't know what's going to happen. And almost always, they're completely nice, except for two instances. One guy followed up to end up being a nice guy.
But you know what? I think that's unfair to say that we're unsure because we're old. Because we had one very,
yes, I do have a beer pump.
Very racist evening.
We did have one. Like I said, we had a bad one.
And then we had someone who I thought was a creep, but turned out to be awesome.
That's what I said. I literally just said that.
I know you did, but that's why we're afraid. Not because we're old, but because experience has shown that.
No, I'm old. I'm well experienced with the internet, and I know where you should be afraid.
Is that why we don't broadcast on Reddit or 4chan?
Who says we're not?
All right, cool.
Excellent.
I got some bacon. It's not as much bacon as I told you.
I got some bacon too.
It's about 5 slices of bacon. Just because I don't feel like opening another package of bacon is really all I'm doing. So if you want your mac and cheese bacony-er, more bacon-y, maintenant avec plus de bacon.
Plus de bacon.
You can do that. I am not going to tell you ever to use less bacon because that would just be silly. So we're just going to cut this up. We're making basically bacon bits, but I'm going to go a little bit bigger than I would if I was doing a regular bacon bit because, why not? You want some bacony flavor in there. Also, I have noticed in the last year or so that if you buy your bacon at the butcher, it's a lot less greasy.
No.
It ends up being a lot meatier than like I think more than like a maple leaf or a packaged bacon, which a lot of it sometimes you pull it out of the packet and it's literally just like fat. Butcher bacon, or what is the bacon? Can you maybe grab the bacon that's in the fridge because that's what
Grab
this
the bacon
is.
in the fridge. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Quebec company. It's really good, and I just want to tell the
Quebec?
people. I believe so. I'm not sure where I put it. It might be just
there we
hanging
are.
out on
Yeah,
a
I got
shelf
it here.
somewhere.
I got
But
it
I
here.
think it's this bacon. If I can't,
Oh yeah, it's Maynard.
if I can't get to the butcher, this is the bacon that I'm using these days. It's really good.
Hang on. Let's go over top.
Go overhead. Here we
Let's
go.
go overhead so people can see.
Le
There we
voila.
go. Le voila. There we are.
1961 F Menard.
F Menard. They make a few different cuts too, and I like it. They do a steak bacon.
They do a steak bacon. They're in
Really good.
Ange Gardien, which is on the south shore
Really good.
on your way towards the border. This is very delicious, and a lot of the time at IGA, it's on sale.
Yeah. So it's if you're here, get that. I really like this bacon.
And if you're not here, if you're in Ontario, you're in BC, you're anywhere in the world, I promise you that at your grocery store, there will be something that's slightly more local than the national brand. And
If
that
you're in
is
Ontario.
that tends to be I think generally it's less fatty. It's more meat based than fat based.
If you're in Ontario, especially if you're in Toronto, one of the things I love is which you can't. I find that not a lot of places have it any outside of Toronto, which is the PMO. I love the PMO.
Oh my god! If you're in Toronto, you have to go when we're allowed
bacon sandwiches?
When we're allowed to do this again to St. Lawrence Market. There's a bacon stall at St. Lawrence Market. It is obscenely delicious.
Dina wants to know what steak bacon is.
Thicker cut bacon.
It's a bacon about a half an inch thick, or maybe a quarter to a half an inch, something like that. It's a slab of bacon.
Yeah, it's not a back bacon. It's not a PMO
No,
bacon,
it's regular bacon.
But it's like
It's thick.
gros même.
So and what I find why I really like it is it's a different item
experience.
Yeah, because you don't where you can get a crispy. You can't get this crispy. You'll get it is much meatier. It's like having a ham steak is sort.
Can I put this on that?
Yeah, no, that one.
That one is the only
That's
one.
the one that doesn't
That's
work.
The one that doesn't work. Yeah? It's good when I know my pots and pans. There we go.
I'm gonna get that over there for
Yes, please.
you. Let's move this out of here so
Yes, please.
it's a little easier for you.
Good choice.
Good choices.
Good choices.
You made good choices. All right.
So we're just gonna cook up this bacon. It's not.
I will leave you to cook up some bacon. Do you want to go overhead for you?
Yeah, I'm just gonna heat this a little bit, and we all know this induction cooktop heats up so fast.
Bring it back a little bit just so you can.
Bring it back
There
this
you
way.
go.
Bring it back.
So you're in the shot.
Sing it back. Yeah. Now where's my funky, awesome wooden spoon? So guys, we're gonna cook some bacon. I know, revolutionary, very complicated. You probably wouldn't have been able to sort this out had I not been here to guide you through the process. But yeah.
Does bacon need to be crispy, or you prefer your bacon crispy? This is the ultimate bacon question.
I don't like my bacon too crispy unless I'm I was gonna say unless I'm making bacon bits, but like only if I need them really crispy will I make them crispy.
I need it floppy.
I like a hybrid bacon cook. I like a not too crispy, but it can't be too floppy because then it just tastes like you're eating fat, and that's awful. Like I don't like that.
The fat has to be rendered, and you need to get a little crisp on the edge.
It has to have some crispiness to it.
But that bacon. Some people like that bacon that just becomes stiff as a
that
board,
you were like
and it
like
crumbles.
Yeah, no.
Oh, that's
No,
terrible.
it's a waste of bacon.
It's a horrible thing.
I went to Ireland with my mom. I can't remember. Maybe 2010, maybe 2012, something like that. 2011. I'm not even sure yet.
Yeah.
Anymore. And we were on a bus tour, so every morning we had breakfast included. And I wasn't such a fan. Like I don't eat hard-boiled eggs. I'm a soft-boiled egg girl. Blah blah
Give
yada
people
yada.
our point of view.
And I just remember my mother saying, "I am shocked at how much bacon you can eat." And it stayed with me for close to a decade. So
this is our point of view. We've never done this. We're gonna go. This is our point of view of the show.
This is us looking at you.
This is what we see. Looking at There's you guys over here. You have that, and then we also have
This
this.
is like
here.
in the Wizard of Oz when they
So
pull
you
back
can
the
see
curtain.
what we're seeing. This is what we are seeing. I've never shown this before. Maybe the next time when we get the new studio, we'll do a walkthrough of the new studio.
Walk through the new studio when we have a new studio.
When we have our new studio.
That's going to be exciting.
Yeah, it is.
And fun.
All right, you're cooking some bacon. Shall we show people the bacon?
Sure, let's go overhead. Hey, look at this. It's wild. It's bacon in a pan. I'm just going to leave that. The only reason I'm fussing with it right now is because I just want to separate
You don't want, I don't want all these.
I don't want all these pieces on top of each
Just gonna
other.
take a look at what people are saying in here.
What do the people have to say?
Let's see. Slushy girl falls. What steak bacon? Yeah, I had that question as well from Misty.
It's fat
Dina
bacon.
says she doesn't eat meat anymore, but I would have totally tried that. Maybe I need to revert. What's
I wouldn't
nice
say revert,
is
but-
that bacon isn't really meat.
How is it not meat? And
It's
for
not.
Jews, it's like it's meat and it's treif, so it's like it's doubly bad, but it's double delicious because it's. But
Bacon cheeseburger.
Adina, are you doing the Beyond Meat? Because I find that it's got a particular taste, but it's a taste I can get behind.
Nah.
Like I think it's of all of the veggie meat substitutes, I think it's pretty good.
And Misty says this is going to be so satisfying. Misty, we always want to satisfy you.
I aim to
No matter
please.
what. No matter what, know that when you're with us, you will be satisfied.
Hopefully, yes.
Adina says she does eat Beyond Meat. Now, does that mean you eat there's some meat and then you eat
Just Beyond
just
it.
pass it,
Just
or
pass
do
it.
you eat the Beyond Meat? That's what I do. That's what I call my Beyond Meat. You know what I call my Beyond? It's when I eat a hamburger in the toilet.
What?
Beyond Meat.
No. No, see, you went to the toilet. I had this vision of like a rally, like a relay race, where someone had their like
You're
Beyond
grabbing
meat.
that.
They were like beyond the meat, and but yeah, no, you had to take it to the bathroom.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you did. So yeah, it's just cooking the way it needs to. I'm going to turn it up a tiny little bit.
Yeah.
I don't want it spitting bacon fat at me. That's why I'm always a little bit hesitant to.
While you're cooking that, why don't we ask these guys a question?
We can ask these guys a question.
Okay, let's ask this guy. We love when you guys get involved in the show, the activity in here. So I don't want to explain it. I just noticed I don't want to waste any bacon. That's trying to
Done.
be a good non-mansplainer.
Okay, but you were in the middle of your own sentence and you interrupted yourself. Notice
I was
did not do that.
mansplaining to myself. We love when everybody gets involved in the show.
Oh, I have so much to say about that.
But, are you gonna explain something?
No.
Cool. And we want you guys engaged. We want to try and engage you as much as possible. So every week we like to have a couple of questions sort of on theme with what we're talking about. And it's the Cozy Comfort Show, Winter Edition.
Winter edition.
So I thought of a couple of questions that we could ask the people. So let's go to question number 1 today. Simple question. What is the best comfort food for a cold winter night? Cold winter night. You maybe have a fireplace roaring. You maybe have a blanket around you, some kind of fuzzy animal cuddled up to you. It could be bipedal or quadrupedal.
You could have slippers.
You could have slippers. You could be slipless.
You could be slipperless.
What is the best comfort food for winter? Because we're going to do this comfort food series through the year.
Per season,
So
yeah.
per season. So the next one will be our spring comfort food. But what is the best comfort food for winter?
See, it's funny because my comfort food winter and comfort food fall blend into each other a little bit. And the irony is I could basically eat my favorite comfort foods all year round.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for winter, shepherd's pie or cottage pie. Like something that's nice and stodgy. It's got
I
the
like
meat.
that.
It's got the potato. This gets very... It bites. You have to be careful, guys.
Bacon bites?
No, look, I'm telling you, this is why you laugh at me sometimes, but you're not the person who uses the induction
I'm used to
cooktop.
that.
We just got like Mexican jumping bacon. Like
So you're saying a cottage or shepherd's
shepherds
pie?
or cottage pie. Yeah.
You don't like shepherd's pie.
I don't
actually.
like lamb,
So you don't like shepherd's pie.
but again, I'm gonna defer to Mum, who is I think still watching. My mother used to make shepherd's pie with beef, and that's how I know to make shepherd's pie. That's why I said shepherds or cottage, depending on how you identify. You?
For me, it's very different. When I was younger, when I was a little kid, my favorite thing for comfort food was my grandmother's Veronicas.
Okay.
There is nothing quite like Mennonite Veronica with the cottage cheese in it and the onion. and then you get this cream sauce, which is literally just kind of heavy cream and salt and butter.
Could you just pass me one paper towel from
Yeah.
behind the...
And it's the stodgiest thing you could possibly imagine. Here, do you want me to do it? Move it?
No. Everything's fine.
It was always, to me, it was wonderful. It was sort of sweet and cheesy and doughy, and oh, it was so good. But I think as I got older, I think my favorite, especially for the winter, if I could have anything, it would be like a good stew, like an Irish stew, or I noticed somebody said a steak and ale pie, like that kind
pies
of
are good,
British pie or British stew with sort of a pastry covering.
Good Irish stew.
I love it. My mom makes these really good sort of traditional English dumplings. Really good.
That's because I think. See, I told you, man. It's crazy. If you buy an induction cooktop, be careful and maybe like wear your stir crazy apron. You know, crazy idea. Careful.
Really?
No, I'm fine. The bacon's done.
It blew up in your face.
I've been permanently scarred. I've suffered for my art.
Well.
So we're just going to drain this a little bit. So we've got bacon, we've got mac.
Let's see what the people are saying.
What
do people say their comfort food is? What do we got here? We have chili from Misty Portugal.
I just made chili this week, actually.
Yes. Raclette or tartiflette from Marie of Boucher. Hot chocolate. That's always nice. That's always nice. It was beef burgundy. That's my mom. Look how fancy that woman is.
She is a fancy woman.
Fancy ass woman.
Raclette and wine.
Potato soup from Adina. Raclette. French always go to a cheese. You got to have a cheese.
Well, we're doing cheese tonight, so it's not such a far cry. Like melted cheese is a comforting thing.
Oh, it is very good. Steak and ale pie from Sylvie Couture. Stews are good. Shepherd's pie to be made with beef. I know shepherd's pie to be made with beef. No, then if it's made with beef, it's a cottage pie.
No, I think
it's not shepherd's pie.
Okay, so
a shepherd doesn't have any cows. How is he getting this beef?
Well, maybe it's sheep meat, not lamb meat.
Well, that's called, but it's called mutton.
I just said mutton.
There's mutton wrong with that.
Okay, but like...
But it's not beef. No matter what you call a mutton, it's not a beef.
So I'm not sure if my mom's still watching and if this is going to embarrass her, but my mother, I've said this before, when we were growing up, there was a lot of Campbell's soup recipes. So I still make my shepherd's pie. It's ground beef with a can of Campbell's vegetable soup, which has alphabets. So my shepherd's pie always talks to you. It says little alphabets in it. But yeah, a good pie.
Yeah, a good pie is always. I love a good pie. Last time I was in London, I stayed at a friend's place in Deptford, and just down the corner from where they were, right on the high street in Deptford, there was the traditional pie shop. Where you walk in and it's got the guy with the boater hat and it was the best thing in the world, and he made the best pie I ever had in my life. Duy-An, Chef Duy-An says pâté chinois.
Oui, pâté chinois, shepherd's pie.
Yeah, but yeah, less racist. I guess, unless you're a shepherd, you know.
Or chinois.
Well, that was kind of my point, but
I know.
That's great. So there we are. A lot of stews are always good for the winter. Stews,
are great.
soups. I always like a good soup. You know, like a good, like your chowder is perfect for winter.
The irony is when I said that a lot of the food I like as comfort food I can eat year round, to me, chowder, ironically, like it's not uniquely a winter thing. Like growing up and going
it's a fall thing.
But also growing up and going to Cape Cod in the summer.
Yeah.
We used to eat it in the summer on the beach style. So, well, not on the beach, but like you'd finish your day at the beach, you'd pick up from Cream and Cone, you'd have your... So to me, it's like clam chowder, like and if you don't like clam chowder, you're like, well, right now, but like clam chowder transcends seasons. I could eat it all year. It is my ultimate comfort food, but like...
Soups are always good. No matter what, a good soup will comfort. Shall we?
We shall.
We have some amazing cast people.
You do?
And what is nice about it is some people who are incredibly talented, some people who are incredibly weird, some people who are incredibly sexy.
Talented and weird and sexy.
And your next person is all of that in one person. Weird, sexy, funny, cool.
She makes awesome food.
Makes awesome food.
She's just a good human. I like good humans these days. I'm
there's so few of them.
Pro good
There's
humans.
so few of them now.
Thank you, Stir Crazies, for being good humans.
And
it's always a treat.
It's always a treat. And like I said, when she sent me the video this week, I had to ask, what are you eating? Because I thought it was like a Chinese omelet.
Okay.
It wasn't.
Okay.
And I will put up what it is. You will see it in the video.
You can guess. Play along, folks.
So,
Stir Crazy.
Pro good humans from Medina Cats. So, without further ado,
a sexy woman.
Eating food for 1 minute.
I love butterscotch blondie.
But what? I just like, when you're making a video, be aware of your frame.
Oh, I've said the same thing to you before. Every once in a while, I'll catch something when we're watching it. I'm like, why didn't you tell me? I would have moved that out of the frame. But
sometimes you want that in the frame.
And her hand cream and her okonomaki.
It's a Japanese, it's a Japanese sort of almost like lucky kind of. I was a cross between Chinese omelet and there's egg in it. So
it's
you
like
got
a fritter.
Like a fritter, sorry, but a big fritter.
A large
and then
fritter.
you would put, and she's going to pickled cabbage and kimchi and
hand cream and
all kinds of good stuff on that. Looked like a coleslaw omelet. It did look like a coleslaw
like every
omelet.
once in a while you meet somebody and on their first meeting you just go, yeah, I like you. Yeah, you're going to be in my life for a long time. That was how I felt about Butterscotch Blondie the day I met her in burlesque class. It was good stuff. She's good stuff. Go follow her on Instagram. She puts up all sorts of silly stuff. Speaking
of time, it's that time.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Was I not talking about time? I don't know. Speaking of time, it's that time. Of all of our regular guests, this person has been the most regular.
It's because of all the fiber.
It is. I only mean that because of his fiber intake. And he has been with us since almost the very, very beginning. And which is amazing. I don't know if you know this. Like this episode of Sexy Woman Eats Food for 1 minute. That was our 26th episode of that.
And this is what episode of
Chef Duy-An? I don't know. But I tell you this, it feels longer.
I think it's phenomenal.
I think it's an utter... Well, let me put it this way. If you haven't seen Chef Duy-An, Chef Duy-An is, of course, the greatest chef that this or potentially any other planet has created. So if you have expectations for what Chef Duy-An is at this point, raise them up a significant amount. And then, once they're up there, once you are going, oh my God, I can't prepare for them to be completely dashed to the ground like a Emily Bronte character.
Wow, where are we going with this? Maybe we should just bring them on.
I'm going to. So, it is the man.
It's the Emily Bronte of
The Emily Bronte of our show.
Of our show.
It is the one, the only.
Chef Duy-An!
Chef Duy-An! Chef Duy-An, are you there?
Hello.
Chef Duy-An. Where'd you go?
I'm good, you guys.
Oh, there.
Can't see you.
For some reason you got moved.
Why,
I don't know. I'm just gonna fix
frozen?
you here.
We just moved you out.
We gotta fix you here.
There you go.
There
Now you're
you go. I
framed
didn't know what
better.
happened with the. There we are. There you go. You're fixed now. Hi. How are you? You look
Okay.
gorgeous.
This time I like the internet. Thank you.
So what's going on, Chef Duy-An? How's this week treating you?
Like any other, all the 26 weeks before.
What is your
good.
go-to comfort food, Chef Duy-An?
I'd say, shepherd pie. As I mentioned, like a pâté chinois, not shepherd's pie, because I found out that those are two different things. I thought they were like the English version, but no, they're shepherd's pie is different than pâté
Moi,
chinois.
là, shepherd's pie pâté chinois, c'est le même. But by actual proper Irish standards, you're right.
So yeah, pâté chinois would be my go-to.
More than like a Vietnamese pork? Like more than like... Okay.
Yeah, because comfort food, I want to be able to do it like fast, not like mess up all the kitchen. Just like something that is fast,
That's-
quick. So pâté chinois would,
That fits the bill.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, and I do mine with pork though, not ground.
So then I can possibly imagine that what you have for us today on a day of absolute comfort needed for some people who here in the great province of Quebec, especially in the Montreal area, are locked in their houses after 8 o'clock every night, and you are going to uplift them with the perfect culinary flavors. from-
Masterpiece.
Masterpiece maybe. This week I decided to make Dan happy. My recipe will not require boiling water or
Oh.
jello. It will require 2 simple ingredients.
Are they Jello and water?
Oreo cookie. No water. Oreo cookie without the stuffing.
The
Okay.
chocolate
Cookie.
wafer?
And whipped cream.
Oh, you might be making one of my favorite childhood desserts.
So in French we call it une bûche Oreo. I have no idea how they call
Sometimes
it
they
in
call it a
English.
zebra cake
Audrey's
or an ice
I'm gonna go on.
box.
I'm gonna go on.
Yeah, it's a recipe
complete,
from my
a bad side
family.
of all of this. I don't like Oreos.
You don't like Oreos?
No.
Oh well.
So I think it's the overrated,
Chef
most
Duy-An-
overrated cookie.
Chef Duy-An, I'm very excited because if you're doing what I think you're doing, it's going to remind me of when I was a kid. So I say bring it on.
If you're gonna do what I think you're gonna do,
He's going to be very
please, we're
disappointed.
gonna blur that out.
All right, so it's a recipe for my family. Audrey has been making it a lot lately. She loves it. So it's very simple. Take whipped topping, Oreo cookie, and then we mix it together, and it makes like a sort of a pie, frozen pie. So quite simple. First step, take the whipped cream, or the whipped topping. I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you.
Cool
You know me so
You mean
well.
cool
With a bowl,
Cool whip.
with a small bowl, and then you're gonna put some whipped topping at the bottom of the bowl.
Oh.
Like cover it all, just to create like a layer. There you go. Once this is done, you're gonna take one of the cookie. You're gonna put some whipped topping on the cookie,
Ooh.
and then you're gonna stick that shit up at the bottom. Here.
Technical terms
And
only with Chef Duy-An, everybody.
Always technical term. Here. So do the same with another cookie. Whipped cream. Stick it up. And then we're gonna do layers with this. So this is gonna be our first layer.
Okay, but I promise you that when I was a kid, my mother used to do the same kind of thing, but au lieu d'être dans une bolle, she used to do it almost like in a loaf pan. So it was like
And bush.
in bûche, exactly.
Yeah. Usually my family they do it like in a loaf pan. I
No, I love
it's gonna be a
this.
if I use like a loaf pan, so I decided to take a smaller bowl.
But this
just
is like
because-
individual size, so it's good.
Yeah, exactly. So Taking it up. And then we need more cookie.
Everybody always needs more cookie, Chef Duy-An.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna do the last layer
He does
here.
it all for the cookie, everybody.
What's happening?
Something like
This is getting very odd.
Yeah.
Trying to follow this recipe here.
Oh, really? The
Yeah,
2-ingredient recipe lost you?
Step, but you need to simple step, but you need to focus. So you do another layer.
Yeah, why Muggle guy says a loaf pan is the way to go. I think that's a statement you can say about most things.
When in doubt?
So
Low
once
pan
the last
layer.
layer is done, you're gonna add more whipped topping
Whoa.
on top of it.
All right.
Pick that shit up. There you go, and then you cover it up as much as possible.
Oh la la. C'est comme un sweet secret.
Then you take 2 more cookies, break them.
Look
put
at the
it on
sheer
top.
force, everybody.
Exactly.
It's
And
nice
then
to
you
see
stick
such raw
that thing up
masculinity finally on our show.
Freezer for about 10 minutes to 4 hours.
Oh, excellent.
Uh,
Well, we will check back sometime within that.
Hold on.
It's more on the 4-hour side, though.
More on
Okay,
that. You
so
want
this-
this to be frozen.
Yes, you want this to be frozen in order to do like actual slice or pie shapes.
Speaking of frozen, there's nothing more frozen than in my respect for you.
Don't do that to
It could be
Chef
frozen
Duy-An.
high. Why do you,
Could
why
be
do you
lower.
always assume that's a
Okay.
bad thing?
Because you're not nice to Chef Duy-An.
I'm
He's
not
very
nice.
nice to our viewers. Thank you, Chef Duy-An.
Thank you, Chef Duy-An.
We'll come back and see you in 10 minutes or 4 hours, whatever.
Exactly.
Chef Duy-An!
Chef Duy-An! And making some Oreo pie. Wouldn't it make it good if you like took the Oreo filling and mixed that with the cool
Well, first of all,
the cool whip?
but he wasn't using actual Oreos. He was using you
Chocolate
can buy
wafers,
this
I know.
with chocolate
But if you
wafers.
got Oreos, is what I'm
Oh my
saying.
god, how labor intensive would that be though? If you had to like open up all
That-
the Oreos and like
that-
scrape out all the
that.
scrape?
Done.
No, because you want to keep both cookies.
It's mild, yes, of course. You do that and you do that. But
But
again, this gets crumbled up together, so it doesn't matter if the cookie's whole or not.
I like it when my cookie's whole. Okay.
Speaking of a hole in your cookie,
Let's make some cheese sauce.
let's make some cheese sauce. Do you need me to move everything here? Are you all right? You want me to
No.
move that over?
I am perfectly good.
Let me
What
have
I'm
that-
gonna just need,
let
I
that
was
out.
gonna pull this over this way. I'm just gonna grab some ingredient.
Ingredient. Let me put up the ingredient.
I've got some burr.
All right, so bringing up the recipe for our mac and cheese. Boom. There we go.
All right, friends, we've got a lot of things that are going in here, and I'm gonna say a couple of things because you know me, Mama likes to chat. So you can make your mac and cheese with whatever cheese you wanna. Some cheeses that are good for this, Gouda is good, Fontina is good. You can use Gruyere.
American is
I
fine.
used Gruyere earlier today because I did a test run of this earlier. I found it was a little bit with the beer because we're using beer. So, but use whatever you want. Like I've done this before with like a truffle manchego. I like.
Do you like a Welsh rarebit
I do.
sauce? I always find I like what I found with what you made earlier. The way I like that, it was almost a rarebit sauce.
Mm-hmm.
But
But again,
that
like,
tanginess of
there was a tang to it, and I think, and thankfully because we use bacon, like it cut the tang a little bit. But
I cut my tang once. I do a hospital.
anywho, really, when you're making mac and cheese, because like we're doing this in 2 steps. So if you don't have a waffle iron and you don't want to waffle this, that's fine. You can put the mac and cheese that we're going to make, you put some panko on top, stick it in the oven, bake that stuff.
Mhm.
That's cool. But again, just try stuff.
Yeah.
Try stuff. Like
Which is why I'm very
ironically,
excited for this part.
ironically, I wouldn't use mozzarella unless you were doing like a caprese mac and cheese or something like that. Cheddar for sure,
Mhm.
Gloucester, Gouda. Like I love a hard truffle cheese, like a truffled manchego or something like that.
Remember, there's a melt
Fontina.
weight. You want something that's also going to have that gooness. Depends what you're making too. I find Like you're making a roux base.
I'm doing a roux. That's what we're going to start with now.
So I've done it before where you just make the cheese, just different types of cheeses, and how the cheeses are combined with the heat of the noodles. You get that goopiness and the pull and all of that.
Keep in mind that
but that really depends on the cheeses.
We also have no heat in our noodles because I cooked them earlier. So if you could pass me a
I got some heat in my noodle.
If you could pass me a whisk, that would be very much appreciated.
A whisk.
I'm going to heat this butter nice and slowly because we've seen already tonight the induction cooker gets very warm very quickly. So, which is great until you take a chest full of bacon grease and
we're going overhead.
We're going overhead. So we're just going to melt this butter nice and slow. I'm just looking for my... Oh, there it is.
I wasn't mansplaining. I just had to move it to get it in the shot.
That's fine.
all
I didn't say you were mansplaining.
No, I'm telling them.
It's hard to mansplain when you don't speak.
I was Well,
but you didn't say anything. So
I was doing it in my head.
Oh, well, then you didn't have to tell anybody. You were not responsible to...
I want to be honest and open about my foibles.
About your headspace?
My foibles.
About your foibles?
Well, my what?
Feathers?
That's,
no, but...
Speaking, that's mine anyway.
No, but my face just forgot how to work. Foibles? Foibles. Foibles?
My foibles.
So, this is 2 weeks in a row that we're doing a roux. Anytime you want to thicken a sauce, last week we did a gravy, we made a roux. Tonight we're doing a cheese sauce, we're making a roux. It really just is the base of your sauce. It's not hard to do. We've got 3 tablespoons of butter in here. That's about 43 grams if you're weighing your stuff, as opposed to trying to put butter in a measuring cup, because that's foolish. Buy a kitchen scale, friends. Buy a kitchen scale. So into this butter, which I'm going to turn down a little bit further, we're putting in 3 tablespoons of flour. We're going to whisk. Tisk, tisk, tisk.
You're going to whisk.
Whisk. Yes, I just made the same joke.
Tisk with a whisk.
It's amazing how we reveal how old we are every episode.
How is that old?
Tisk, whisk hasn't been a thing since like the 80s.
That was a thing? I just thought those were words that rhymed.
Oh no, that was for the whisk cleaner, wasn't it? For like the laundry stuff.
I was just rhyming with you.
No, I think tisk, whisk was actually a commercial.
All right, cool.
So we're just going to cook this.
The person who doesn't eat bacon, could you smoke Gouda from Maria Boucher?
Yes, that's also true.
The only problem with smoked Gouda, and it is my favorite cheese, it doesn't melt particularly well. It's not a melty cheese.
Now, when we're cooking our roux, we want to make sure that the flour is cooked through.
Yes.
So, we want to get it not, super dark, but you want it to change color a little bit. We want to just be sure that the flour is actually cooking, so we don't get like a chalky sauce. Nobody wants chalk in their sauce, right? So
Chalky sauce was my gangster name.
I'm pretty pleased with this. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to turn this down again because the induction top is so hot. I'm just going to keep this going for about 30 seconds more.
I've been doing this for a while, but I'm
going to
bring some light in there.
Look
at that.
Nice and colored in here. So it's darkening a little bit.
You don't want it to go nutty.
No, you don't want it to go this is not Cajun roux. We're not blackening it. We're just making sure it's cooked.
Yeah.
Right? So that looks pretty good. I'm going to give it a little bit more. Sorry, I know I said 30 seconds. I lied. I do that sometimes, not on purpose. I do it all for the cookie.
Oh, that's too bright. It's far too bright.
All right, so into this lovely roux that we have going here, we're going to put in a cup of milk. And we're going to put in a cup of beer.
You might help it anyway? You want me to pour?
No, you might want to put the ingredients back up.
Yes, ingredients are coming right back up.
Or concerned or care
there we go.
A lick about this kind of stuff.
So you're putting in some milk, a cup of milk.
Okay, and we're going to whisk it in petit à petit. We're not going to shock the roux. We're just going to go in nice and gentle and make sure it's nice and well combined. La la la.
You want me to hold anything? I can.
No, you don't need to hold anything.
Okay.
It was only a cup. I only did a cup of that.
I know. I was just trying to help.
I'm just getting in
When we get to the cooking portions, I have a lot of standing here, so I want to do what I can to help.
Oh, I appreciate that. So we got that in. It looks pretty well mixed in.
Because if I don't, I drink.
I have a cup of amber beer.
Amber beer? That was my stripper name.
Was it?
Yeah.
Mine too.
Weird.
So strange.
Where did you strip? This is a true story. I went to college in Vancouver, actually New Westminster. Our local bar that we'd hang out all the time at was a strip club. It was the closest bar to the college. The name of that strip club? Mugs and Jugs.
Mugs and Jugs.
Mugs and Jugs.
My favorite strip club name ever I noticed in Vegas a couple of years ago was the Slanted Clam.
Oh, that's nice.
I was like, wow.
I always thought Cheetahs was a funny name when you really...
Cheetahs is a great name.
Cheetahs. The people who go there. The Cheetahs.
I'm going to keep this going, and I'm just going to let it thicken for about 2 minutes.
Me
before
too.
I put the,
No, it's a different thing.
the ches in. So we're
I'm
just
going
going
to come back to the other shot here.
Yes.
Here we are.
Giddy up.
So you're letting that thicken up a little bit.
It's going to for a minute-ish.
That's fantastic. I'm very excited.
It's going to be good.
I love a good cheese sauce. I think it was one of the first things I learned to make. No, the first thing I learned to make, I started to cook when I was really young. I think the first thing I made was French toast.
Okay.
And then I made my first recipe when I was probably about 6. I made it for my mom for Mother's Day.
Okay, what was it?
Eggs a la boo.
Eggs a la what now?
A la boo.
What's eggs a la
Eggs a la boo is it's my culinary. It's scrambled eggs,
Okay.
and then you take an apple, you cut that apple in half,
Yeah.
and you cut one of those halves into quarters. Put the quarters on either side of the scrambled eggs horizontally, and you put the knife and fork.
Oh, eggs a la boo.
A la boo.
Come on.
Eggs a la
Duh. Totally.
I came up with that. No chef has used it before or since.
But it's funny because like boo has become way more of like a slang dictionary thing. So like.
Well, all I knew as a small child is that for a
your
meal,
mom was your boo.
for a dish to be fancy, it had to be French.
Yes.
And I didn't know many French words when I was 5 or 6. So a la was a French thing I knew. Boo was just, I think I gave up halfway through that word. It could have been something.
I could have been something.
No, I just gave up to that word. Eggs a la boo.
Boom.
Or I tried to scare her halfway through the...
I was going to say.
Just like, oh, what's this deal going to be about? And then there's terror involved.
Again, we don't need to do all of this cheese, but Mama's a little bit mental these days in a good way cheese.
You want to have cheese. You want to have a lot
I want a lot of good cheese flavor in there. So what I have grated here is...
My mom said she had many dishes of eggs a la boo.
Aww.
When you don't know what to make, you make the eggs a la boo.
From now on...
I'll make them for you.
By the way, next time you make eggs, I want you to tag Stir Crazy and just call it eggs a la boo.
No, eggs a la boo is very specific what it is.
But you could call it...
Don't cheapen my dish.
Oh, sorry, you could call it eggs a la voo and make it your own.
Oui. And what you know what it said? If one letter, I would have made it French.
See?
Eggs a la boo. Hey, if it's this week, you could have eggs a la coup.
Yes, this week you can have eggs a la coup. All right, so into this... I'm going to throw in about a cup of Fontina, and I'm going to turn off the heat as well because we know that this is super hot. It's bubbling a little bit. It's nice and thick. So the first
overhead?
First thing into this, we're putting in, boop, boop.
We're going overhead here.
Cup of Fontina.
Let's go. Cup of Fontina.
Cup of Fontina.
That was my
nickname in high school. I want that back.
Cup of Fontina was my stripper name.
I would actually much prefer a wooden spoon.
Renata wants to have a recipe for eggs a la boo.
We've got a cup of Fontina. I'm putting in about 2 cups of cheddar.
2 cups of cheddar?
I like my mac cheesy.
Cheddary, especially.
Especially cheddary.
I love a good cheddar.
So we're just going to get this to melt. We want it nice and melty. And over here, I was hiding a little bit of Gruyere. I made the mistake before of using too much Gruyere. I'm going to use like that.
Like that much Gruyere. They'll see.
That's maybe half.
Half the Gruyere
A
that's
quarter
there.
cup? I'm not really sure, but we're just going
What I'm
to...
going to do is I'm going to eat a little bit of this.
You eat that.
So you don't get the urge to use it.
Oh, that's very kind and
I'm
selfless
just
of
taking
you.
care of you.
Menu. I'm going to turn this back on, but I'm going to turn it very low. Into this little mixture here, we're going to keep stirring it so we get the cheese all melted. I have got some smoked paprika.
Oh, smoked paprika.
Where did I put that? I thought I had it right here.
This one here? No.
It's a tiny little packet, and I need the multi. Thank you, that one. So we're gonna put about a half.
Which one do you need?
Half a
teaspoon.
Half a teaspoon of this. You can also use, for example, if you want it slightly. I'm gonna use a little bit more than that. You can use nutmeg. You can. Some people like to put mustard, dried mustard, in their sauce. Some people like to use Worcester sauce.
Little cayenne.
But this is pretty much what I'm doing tonight because we've got a lot of cheese flavor in there as well. I've mixed a bunch of different.
Hi
cheese
guys,
flavors.
how you from? Please don't know me. Well, if we don't know you, then why do you?
But now I wanna know you. Reverse
We're doing
psychology.
great. We're making macaroni and cheese waffles.
That's what's
so
happening.
if you want to stick around and see how you can have mac and cheese waffles,
Can you
we're
do
gonna
me
do that.
a quick favor? Might you just rinse the whisk? Because now
Rinse the whisk?
Now I want to give this a bit of a whisk.
That's my euphemism for masturbation.
Really?
Rinse on the whisk.
Do we have to go there? Look at
Well,
that.
you
We're
used the term, it's not my fault.
It's getting there. Now, because it's me, we're going to just put in some more cheddar.
We'll put some more cheese in there.
more cheddar in there.
This is why I married you.
And now we're going to start to add a little bit of pepper.
It's not the American dream. In all honesty, this is the Canadian dream. So, yeah.
Living that Canadian dream.
Right now, I'm not 100% sure what the American dream is.
I don't even want to go
Let's
there.
make it. I'm going to do some. We're going to get some sex in here. We're going to get some sex of the. Well, that was not exactly the sex I was expecting, but it's far better than the sex I was planning. So let's just get some.
Some bouncy boobies. Bouncing boobies from Galoob. No. Galoob was a toy company, wasn't it?
Yeah, Galoob. From Galoob.
It's from Galoob.
Well, look at that. Look how sexy that is. Oh, it's a good cheese sauce.
That is a good cheese sauce.
It's got a rare bitty quality to it. Oh, we've done this one where we do it over the, and you go.
Hold on, I just want to do a little tasting.
Yeah.
C'est bon, les amis, c'est
Yeah.
bon. I just want it to be a little bit more melty, so I'm going to turn this up a tiny bit. The fontina makes it smoky
May I try?
a little bit. The Gruyere makes it...
Mind if I
Yep.
get my...
Look at that.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
That's lovely. I'm going to put a little bit of salt in there. We don't need a ton.
Oh, that is nice.
Super duper pooper scooper. Yeah. All right, so this is pretty much done. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to...
Eat the cheese that's left
We're
over.
going to eat the cheese that's left over. I'm just going to move the flour over a little bit. And we are going to put our bacon into our cheese sauce.
Think of that sexiness.
Mon Dieu. Regard, que
Look at
c'est
that.
beau et sexy.
Some bacon.
We got bacon. We got cheese. Now, Dan,
Yes.
would you please be so kind as to pass me the large pot that's back there?
Oh, I don't do pot anymore.
The large pot.
No, this pot?
Yes. Could you put the macaroni in it, please, my love, that's sitting in the sink?
All right. Here's some macaroni.
Teamwork makes the dream work, friends. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Excusez-moi.
There's some noodles that didn't get in there.
That's okay. I might want to eat them. I might just want to eat them.
Well,
like
I
that.
saved you one.
Ooh-wee, baby. So, we've got our cheese sauce and our bacon.
I'm going to get the most important thing for this. No. We gotta make sure that there is
Oh, you're gonna take
every
all the cheese
piece
sauce out.
of cheese sauce.
All the pieces of cheese sauce.
All the pieces of sauce is out of there and into here.
All right, so
Got it all.
If you could pass me a tasting spoon so I can figure out what else this needs before we go on to the next step
Okay.
of this
I
process.
just caused chaos in this drawer.
The callo.
How you feeling about that? I think it's really nice. I don't think I would put in there is, may I make a suggestion? Is that all right? I put a little pepper in that.
I actually did pepper it. I will pepper it some
A
more.
little bit of pepper. Just a little
So this little
pepper.
Ay, ay, ay. I think this is pretty tasty. Again, I am not the boss of your cheese or your bacon. So if you're looking at this and you're like, Elle, there could have more cheese. Just go put more cheese. You go nuts with your bad self. I think that's pretty tasty.
Right, very nice.
Now, if you do not have a waffle iron, nobody's judging you. That's totally fine and probably healthier for you anyway. You can put this in
Waffles don't make it worse for you.
You can put this in a baking pan or on a sheet tray. You can put some panko on top and maybe a little bit of extra cheese, like a little bit of Parmesan. Heat your oven to 375, cover it in panko, put it in the oven, cook it for about half an hour to 40 minutes. Wham bam, le mac and cheese. But
What
that's
are you
not
doing?
what we're doing.
What are you
Can you
doing?
pass me a sheet pan?
Yes,
and
a
then
sheet
open it?
pan.
Yes.
I can get you a sheet pan. A jelly roll or just a regular size?
The medium one.
Medium one. All right.
Into this sheet pan, my friends, les amis, I am going to just take a tiny bit of this butter that's been sitting out for a while.
Softened butter.
Softened butter. And
Here, Rebecca.
yes, please. You know me so well.
It's logical.
Yep.
What's going to happen next?
And we're just going to grease this pan super quick.
Grease the pan.
Grease the pan
That
with
was
some butter.
my-
If you've got oil, you want to use oil, you can do that. If you want to use Pam or cooking spray, you can do that too.
In the office?
No, don't spread Pam.
Tell that to Jim.
All right, this is off.
Let me get that out of your way.
Yes, please. Here's what we're doing, friends. It's as easy as this. Careful, that's very hot.
No.
It's truly as easy as all this. We're taking all of this mac and cheese. Again, if you do not have a waffle iron and you don't want to waffle your mac and cheese, just put it in a baking dish like a Pyrex. Put some panko on top.
Here, I'm going to move that over here
Hold
so
on. Okay.
the people can see it.
All right, but hold on. Let me
You
just.
do it? You
It's just heavy.
booge it in there. Let me
It's
here.
my
I'll hold
one-
it. Let me hold it. Let me hold
I
it.
have not been to the gym.
I got it. Let go. Let go.
All right, there we go.
That leaves a lot for me.
Let me get this in here.
All right. Going overhead again.
We are flattening this on our baking sheet or sheet pan, if you will.
Yeah.
You want to even it out a little bit. Whoop, whoop.
You want it to be about how thick?
Woot, woot. That's the sound of the police. I just want to kind of make it even. It's not a question of how thick I want it. I just want the thing to be as even as possible in the pan.
All right.
Right? So like if you've got sloping sides and large centers, fix that, and vice versa. If you're all, I just want it.
Sloping sides and large centers.
Well, like
Sounds like you're describing me, my love.
I was not, my love. It was more that I had not as much concentration in the corners as I had in the middle. So this is what we've done. You might want to go overhead just for 1 sec.
We are overhead the whole time.
The whole time. Okay, cool. This is going to go in the fridge.
Why?
Why? Because we want it to harden a little bit before we stick it in the waffle iron.
Ooh.
You could technically, I'm sure, take this right from the pan, stick it right in the waffle iron, but I like to
firm it up a bit. Yeah.
I like to not make such a mess. Also, if you were going to do that, sorry, stealing bacon. I would have suggested to you, if you're going to put it right on the waffle iron, to put some panko or some flour or something to bind it a little bit. But because we're doing it this way, we've got a pretty, it's not flat, but we've got a pretty flat surface to cool. We're going to cool it in the fridge for at least half an hour. If you've got time to cool it overnight, groovy. If not, half an hour minimum. So I'm going to do that.
You do that. And I will talk about the fact that we've had some amazing people, especially our musical guests, on this show. We've had some incredible performers from all over Montreal, all over Canada. We started, of course, with just sort of exclusively being the home a Ben Cardilli joint with our music. And then we started talking.
Were you just trying to be a Spike Lee joint, but with
Ben Cardilli joint. But then we decided to reach out to some of our other amazing musician friends. And this week we have somebody who we've not had on the show before. We both know in different ways. Her and I were both part of On the Spot improv. Mm-hmm. You.
Oh my goodness! I could tell so many embarrassing stories.
Well, just tell how you know each other.
We know each other because we went to elementary school together, and we used to sing in my basement. And your next performer actually plays piano, and she used to come over and play my little Casio piano, and we would sing and harmonize and do talent shows. And that was probably when we were 8. And we're not 8 anymore. I'm not going to sell either one of us out as to how many years ago that was, but it was bon petit bout.
A little while ago.
A little while ago.
But she is here. Her
tonight.
Voice, amazing. The incredible Adina Katz.
Mary walks down to the water's edge, and there she hangs her head to find herself faded, a shadow of what she once was. She said, how long
Adina Katz! So lovely.
First of all, like, I love it when, like, we know a bunch of talented people who are not so nice, but I love it when I meet talented people who are, like, also lovely and wonderful and...
Well, that's where you and I differ.
Plus, I don't know, I've had a nostalgia problem since the pandemic started of, like, really longing for a kinder, gentler time. And the fact that Adina was on the show tonight just makes me, happy. Yeah. It's just good stuff.
It's a wonderful,
Thank you,
beautiful
Adina Katz.
song. Adina Katz. Hopefully we'll see more of her on the show.
Absolutely.
You want a hot buttered rum?
Sure.
We're gonna make a hot buttered rum.
It's something I never would have ever had in a bar ever in my life.
It's a very good drink, actually. Well, when you make the hot buttered rum, you might want to click into the thing.
Oh, well, I didn't do nothing.
Well, I got what? Look at the buttons. Oh, no, you're there. There you go. Oh, what are you doing? Now you're looking at yourself.
Hi.
You got it.
Hot buttered rum.
And now go to the main camera.
Main cam.
There we go. Oh,
Okay.
no.
It's okay. I got it.
You got it? You got it now?
Just
do it again. Do it again.
Don't mansplain it to me.
There it is. We're going to make the hot buttered rum. Now, we're making a hot buttered rum. It's a pretty simple, it's a simple drink, but it is a little bit different than what we've done probably on the show before.
How so?
Because this requires, first of all, making a batter.
A batter.
A batter.
A batter for butter?
A better batter butter than you've ever had before. So this is a very simple thing. First thing we're going to need is we're going to need a half a cup of butter.
Oy vey.
Well, this is for multiple drinks.
Okay.
So half a cup of butter.
Okay.
That's just going to go right. Boom. There we go.
It's good that my face is hidden behind the ingredients.
Right into our thing. I'm using salted butter. That was a good one. I'm using salted butter.
Yeah?
I like the salted butter a little bit better for it.
Okay.
But if you want to control the salt a little bit more, use unsalted butter and then add salt at the end.
Although, if you're concerned about your cholesterol, this might
It's not about that. It's about how salty you like this drink. Then to this, we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. All right. We're going to add to this. We have a 1/4 cup of cinnamon.
Okay.
Sorry, a 1/4 cup. Half a teaspoon of cinnamon. There we are.
Yes.
A quarter. Stop cleaning.
Sorry. Same.
Stop cleaning. Yes, you have to stop cleaning. Half a teaspoon of cinnamon. A 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. That goes right in there. Boom. Into this, we are going to add a pinch of, stop cleaning, of ground clove.
I have to move something, so I do have to clean it. It's okay. You're making a drink.
Just a
I won't
pinch.
get in your way.
Add a pinch of that. I like a lot of clove. Now, that's the basis of our butter. The other thing we want to add, just a smidgy. You're actually cleaning the hot thing.
Nobody can see.
I know, but it's...
But nobody can see. I'm just doing it so
We're going to add just a little bit of orange zest to this. I like a little orange zest. It'll brighten it up just a smidgy. Put that in there. Now, once you have that in there, I'm just going to go overhead here because you're not there to do it.
Oh my God, I just didn't want the batter to stick to the thing.
But there's no, I'm not, it's not a batter I have to cook.
The cheese. I didn't want the cheese to crust to the thing.
Well, it's not what you said. You said the batter. There's no
Oy vey smear.
All right, so with this, we're just going to, now the butter is softened. We left it out, so it's soft butter. We're just going to mix this all together, and we're just going to create a little bit of a, basically what we're making is a compound butter.
Yeah, it's like creaming butter with...
Yeah, we're making a compound butter. What's nice about this is if you want to make a bit of it, you can actually make a bunch of different flavor profiles for your hot buttered rum. You want to have a party, so you could have this kind of thing. You could do a ginger one, and then put them in the fridge, cool them, and then have people sort of slice little pieces off and put them in.
I've done that before for corn on the cob.
Yes, you did that.
That's so much fun.
But this, so you could have different flavor profiles for your hot buttered rum. This is a really traditional one. I like this one. This is sort of the apple pie flavors. That's looking good. That's about what we're looking for.
Well creamed.
You can see that there. Oh,
yeah, I got it.
Oh, we'll get some light into there.
Well, you could just.
There we are.
No.
There we are.
There you go.
Looking good. So now that we have that in there, just gonna burp. Take that away. That's perfect. Now, how to make a hot buttered rum. While we were doing that, we also had a kettle going. We boiled some water. So we have some water that's at boiling temperature. Now, the first thing we want to do with our heart buttered rum, we want about 2 tablespoons per glass of butter, of this compound butter. Put that in there. Put another one into here.
Yeah, really not such a healthy stream.
Nope.
But we're having fun.
Yeah.
And life could be very short depending on how life goes. So you might as well
I'm
like
gonna get that in
have
there.
the hot buttered rum.
Have the hot buttered rum.
Pourquoi pas? Do you want me to take this out?
Yeah, get that out of there. Now that you have that in there, where do I have that there? That's what I got. We're going to take our hot water. We're going to add about 6 ounces of hot water
Do you need
to the butter. No. We're just going to shoot it about that. That's about good. Gonna go there. Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
Into a mug, or in these cases, these kind of cool thermal glasses. And now we're just gonna mix that all in there. I want that to be all incorporated. And I'm doing this before I'm putting in the booze.
Why is that?
The reason why is because I wouldn't want to put the booze in first because it's going to bring the hot water down, and even temperature-wise a little bit more. So you might get some of these. It might not dissolve quite as good.
Okay.
So I want to make sure this is good and dissolved. Go in there. Now that I have
the wiggle room, do you know? I never ever tried it. They used to have it all the
really
time.
good, really
I've
good.
never tried it.
It's a really good drink. It's a good. This is a good après ski drink.
That's what your mother actually said.
Yeah. With that, no, I don't need that. Now, to that, we're going to add some rum. Now, when it comes to your rum, you can add a variety of different things. For something like this, I really like to keep it traditional. So we're going to go with a spiced black rum, the Kraken in this case. You can go with also an amber rum would be really nice. Something that sort of got more of that concentrated rum flavors in it. But I really like the Kraken.
But you'd want to stay away from like a white rum, right?
Yeah,
like,
white rum is going to be a little too light
light
for this. But again, depending on what you do with your butter,
Also true.
you might want to try something. So you
Also
might
true.
want to do something citrusy with this. Then the white rum would be really nice, almost like a daiquiri.
I don't know. Hot daiquiri. Ugh.
But no, but it's not a hot daiquiri. It's sort of a buttered rum with these sort of citrus notes. I would go oranges and things like that. Star fruit.
Oh, hot start. No,
You don't have-
you're not selling this at all to me. Like hot citrus.
You
doesn't
gotta
sound
trust
good.
me. If I let you down,
Not in any way that I'll discuss on the internet.
so that what you just said is yes. So you can.
I was kidding.
Now I don't feel bad about mansplaining.
Oh my god.
Now we have that all put in there, and we're just, of course, always going to top that off with a lovely little cinnamon stick.
Cinnamon sticks.
Let that. I usually would have it a little shorter, but oh well. It's going to just let that float in there, and there we have. Go to the main camera, please.
The main can. Yeah, we can do that.
And there we have our hot buttered rum.
I don't want to say that's delicious because I know how much butter and sugar is in it, and I'm not an advocate at all. But like, damn, that's good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's what I like about this drink is it looks horrible and looks like it's gonna be gross and fatty going in, but it's so because it's
Oh no, it's divine. It's absolutely freaking delicious.
Yeah.
But it's like but that's a dessert. Like if
Yeah.
I was offered at the end of a meal, considering that I don't really like sweet food at all, like if
this
I
is
had
not
the
a drink
option-
you're having throughout the night. The only thing I would say is you can make this a little bit lighter if you cut the butter in half with it and add a little apple cider, hot apple cider instead of water. You get
very
them.
tasty.
You get it. It still
I don't
works
want
as
it
well.
to be tasty. Like I really, you have no idea how much I don't
Yeah.
like this drink at all.
Hot buttered
but,
rum.
like, Damn.
Especially with the
Well,
Kraken, where you have that real spiciness in the Kraken.
Is it because you released it?
I like a good spicy Kraken.
Did you release the Kraken?
Uh-huh. So there we have that. Shall we go back and... what do you... do you want to do that, or do you want to...
I think we should do.
What's the demand?
No, I think we should do Q2. I think we should ask the people some questions.
Oh, Q2.
I'm just
Forgot
going to
about
put this
question
away
2.
and slide away for 1 second because...
Question number 2. We have another question for you guys to get you interested. I just want to...
I know.
You want to put the tip on my nibble?
I want to put the what now?
Put the tip on my nibble.
I'll put your tip on your... Yes.
So the first question we asked is, what's the best comfort food for winter time? Question number 2 tonight is... What? Sorry, did your boob? Got you right in the boob there.
Good, I got a second one because you just deflated that one.
What
That's
do
mine.
you do? What
That's
do?
mine.
Okay, fine. Or you can also. That was mine actually.
All right,
but-
that's yours. Fine.
What do you do to comfort yourself during the quarantine, or in this case, during the quarantine?
The quarantine?
The quarantine.
That's the second quarantine.
I do spell check. I spell check people. That's what
The first round of lockdowns was the quarantine. Now we're in the quarantine. I smoke a lot of weed, and I hang out with my
That's your
husband.
comfort. That's your comfort.
Yeah, it really is because I can let my brain can go as people who know me who might be watching know. I get real upset about things and the state of the world and not being able to help every single human on the face of the planet and blah blah blah. So sometimes, you know, other times. So like it's you and weed.
Yeah. To me, it's you and media. I'm a big, weirdly, I can to sit and watch a show, to surf the web, to play a video game, to do it puts me in a very relaxing place. I'm not a very good person when my brain is
Overwhelmed.
No, underwhelmed.
Underwhelmed.
I cannot if I'm not doing anything and I feel like I got to do something. And when I'm in that perfect place where I'm doing something that's fun, that's engaging me, that's interesting, that's making me think about things.
And it's funny because I could spend, and I think it makes me nervous because I haven't been, for those of you who don't know, I sell merchandise as my regular job. And it's not been a merchandise heavy year for a lot of companies this year, considering that they're not doing trade shows and whatever. Sometimes I get nervous. Like I can lose myself online.
Yeah.
I bought a subscription to Masterclass. I can do that all day and be learning. But every once in a while, this little voice, this capitalist voice creeps into the back of my head of like, you haven't made any money today. And I'm like, but that's okay. You're learning how to do stuff that will make you money in the future. But I have this horror. I am such a slave to what have you sold today? What have you made today? That sometimes the internet makes me nervous because I could lose hours of productive time, like good productive time, learning how to do things. But because it's not making me money, it makes me very nervous.
Yeah, I get it.
Over there.
All right, let's see what the people have to say. What to make December laugh?
Stir crazy.
Donata says she eats. Ha 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 ha.
Me too. Ha ha ha.
Maureen says, my mom says Scotch rocks and lime. There you are.
That's why we get along, Maureen. Vodka rocks and
Adina
lime.
started meditating. Sylvia over messages her poor friends. Does that mean like you feel bad for your friends or just your poor friends?
No, I think she's being self-deprecating,
Oh,
but
I see what she
I
did.
don't think she's ever
I see
over
what you
messaging.
did. Watch Stir Crazy. Well, thank you very much. Somebody says they don't like my style.
Why you don't like his onesie? Well,
My
we're doing
onesie?
onesies
It's
tonight.
all
It's
one
not
one.
like it's everyday style. I actually had a matching one.
I've got
He's
the
got
bare
a bare
bum
bum
style.
He doesn't even have to take
And
his
in
pants
all
off to take a
fairness,
shit.
this
Come
is
on
the
now.
cozy show. This is about no style.
Yeah.
But I don't care.
No,
You know
I
what?
think
I don't-
cottage
I don't-
cozy is actually my style.
And if somebody doesn't like my style, I'm totally cool with that. Because people are allowed to be wrong.
But you should. But Alper 34, you should try the onesie. Really, it's game changing. Like maybe not out on a Saturday night, but where the fucker is anybody going? You know?
Mike Bouchard.
He might be my sex machine.
Smokes a lot. Drinks too much playing video games. That's great. Adina getting lost in the internet, scrolling the news. Yeah, see, I don't know if I won't say I love media, but I don't know if doom scrolling isn't the thing.
Oh,
I
it's
say
become my
comfort.
new favorite hobby.
It's not comfort though.
No, it's not. So much TV. Yeah, also so much TV.
Oh, see, I look like a sex machine.
Get up,
Well,
get
it's weird
on up.
because I'm mostly made of spare parts, which is weird. And Adina likes kitty videos.
I never thought I was gonna like kitty
Is that
videos, and I
porn?
can lose
You're
my
talking about porn? Is that, oh, sorry.
a little column A,
A little column B. I like kitty videos then too. So much TV, I also work out.
Yes, and you look fabulous, and you're an inspiration.
So good
Way
that
to go.
somebody's doing it.
Thank you for doing it for the rest of us, Mr.
All right,
President.
let's head back. Okay. Well, we've had a couple of drinks. We're waiting to waffle your...
We're going to waffle some waffles
So
soon,
while
but
you're waffling, do you want to check on the man? See, it's been about 4 hours.
we should check in with the man, with the master
Let's
plan.
check in with the man. Why don't you
I
bring
also
up,
think
grab the waffle iron
I
so we
was-
can set that all up.
Look at what I'm doing right
You're
here.
so amazing.
Got it going on.
We put it on the thing here. We still
I'm
want
going to. I
I
was
just-
just
oh.
plugging it in.
I just wanted to help.
Thanks.
You just have to leave that one. I haven't used that one. Just wait till the light goes out.
Yep, I figured.
All right, I'm just helping because you
Just-
haven't used that's my waffle iron, which
I
is
don't-
actually my ex's
I don't
waffle
own
iron.
my waffle. I don't
Here
own
you go.
my waffle iron. Thank you. I'm going to just disappear for 1 second.
All right. So before we go anywhere, we need to go somewhere, and and that somewhere is to see the man who took a whole bunch of. Don't do that yet. We're distracting. The man who takes a whole bunch of Oreo chocolate wafers, a little bit of Cool Whip, and a moderate amount of love, and turns them into something amazing. The
gonna
one
be
and
gourmet.
only. The one and only.
Chef Duy-An!
Chef Duy-An!
I'm a fan.
Chef Duy-An, you there?
Hello.
Hey, how are
Chef
you?
Duy-An, how's it going?
Pretty good. It went very well.
Look at you. Oh, look at that pie.
That looks delicious, actually.
That would go really well with a hot buttered rum.
Yeah, I'm not sure about hot butter rum. I'll be honest.
Have you ever
I
had
feel
it?
like a hot butter rum is like it's Jello for
It
you.
sounds gross. I agree with you, but it's actually surprisingly quite delicious.
Really good.
I'll try
Hey,
one.
I got great
That's what-
style, so don't mess with me.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard about that.
That's what all the kids on Twitch are saying.
I'm okay with
All
it.
over the internet.
Yeah. All right, so let's dig in.
That looks very yummy. It's
Yeah.
missing the signature Chef Duy-An jiggle of the Jello, but I will excuse you because it looks delicious.
He's got a little bit of jiggle about him.
Even more.
Yeah, but it's frozen, so no Jello. Yeah, for a dessert that is not made of boiled water and Jello, it's good. It's good.
That's
I like
good.
it.
And I got to ask a question. Did we go to this because you've run out of Jello or because you couldn't do Jello anymore?
No, it was just I decided to make you happy.
I like that you thought of me.
C'est très bon.
Jello. It's very good.
Thank you so much. We'll see.
But as I mentioned before, like it's 4 hours in the freezer.
4 hours
at
in the
least.
freezer. Just like what I tell people about getting rid of a body.
I don't understand. But yes, 4 hours in the freezer, chocolate wafers, Cool Whip, Chef Duy-An
Chef
and his
Duy-An.
brilliance. Thank you, Chef Duy-An!
We'll see you next week.
You guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that looked really good. Here, I'm going to take the thing out of your ear.
Thank you. Very intimate.
Oh, it is very intimate.
I don't know if you've ever had someone take an earbud out of your ear, but it is oddly intimate. When
You should show
someone's-
these people what you have here.
Well, hold on. I'm just
Oh,
getting
sorry. I'm
ready.
sorry,
I'm
you
getting
go-
ready. Maybe
okay.
this is like my knees.
Oh, I'm
This
sorry.
is the behind the scenes.
Your knees, my knees.
I'm the bee's
Your
knees.
use?
I'm my knees.
Your use?
My knees.
Your use. I'm very pear-shaped in this one. I lean back too far.
Listen.
Look, this is very peary, and then I go like this, and I'm like, oh,
Oh, perspective.
huh.
It's
I
like
just have to
noticed-
walk at people like this everywhere. Like,
It's okay. I notice
I
every
feel like
once in a
Groucho
while
Marx.
I end up
Hey.
with my belly on the counter sometimes when I'm watching the show after the fact. And I'm like, well, it's good you have that counter just at that height so you could just hold up your...
I have the same problem with my genitals.
I don't recall you ever having that problem with your genitals.
I know. You know you ever seen Men in Black?
No. So yeah, we're just waiting for the waffle iron to heat up. But next to the waffle iron, what I have over here is my sneaky. Oops, I might have made this.
You want the misto?
I want the misto, but I want to cut. So I'm just gonna. We're gonna open up the.
The bottom. Good. You got to do.
Yep.
All right, here. Let me get-
Hold on, I'm just trying to get. Hold on. You know
Approximate
me and my
sizes?
proportion problems. So I'm going to cut this mac and cheese that's been sitting in the fridge for some time. We're going to lift this little piece up here.
You want a nice. I'm going to go overhead here quickly.
Oh, sorry, that one.
There we are.
Oh,
So you made. Oh, here we go.
Place.
Put that on there. Get one more.
You got some cheese over there.
I got some cheese.
You got a little extra cheddar over there.
Yeah.
We're just gonna take this other little square of mac and cheese.
You want the
spatula?
Want a flipper?
That's okay. I got it.
All right.
This is going in here.
Let me get that.
Like that. I'm gonna put this over here for a minute.
All right. So, macaroni and cheese. A little cheese to top it.
Did we spray the top?
I've done all that.
About 4 minutes. Yes.
4 minutes.
Yes.
Yes. So why was that? Oh, look at that. Look at this. Is how you know it's good. There's how you know it's good coming in. Fly cam coming in, and you get. Oh, look at this.
Oh yeah, baby.
This is a waffle. This is the waffle iron porn. As you come around.
Oh, there's none on the other side. I cut her too close.
Just this. Look at that.
You show the people the
bubbles,
porn. I'm gonna go over
and
here.
it flimps, and it makes all kinds of good cheesy goodness. Oh, this is what we're having tonight for dinner.
Also, if you know where we live, and you can get home in time for curfew,
8 o'clock, you have to go.
If you know where we live and you can make it here and make it back in time for curfew, there might be 2 extra or 3 extra mac and cheese.
What are you doing
waffles.
over there, just hiding?
I was.
No, but you're doing your cooking segment.
No, you were talking to them about the cheese porn.
I'm just gonna wait.
Oh my God, you're so mean.
I'm not mean.
Sometimes. Oh, I don't know if I even.
That's
noticed.
all right. We get 4 minutes. We're good. We got that was been on for about a minute.
All right, that's cool.
Minute
I don't know. You made me feel like I had been off camera for like 10 minutes.
Well, you had been off camera for 10 minutes.
Well, Adina Katz, you were invited anytime.
Anytime, Adina Katz.
Anytime, honestly. We even have is it a Casio? What do we have? We have a keyboard.
Yamaha.
We could do No More Lonely Nights, Never Be Another. You know, like that.
Nope. So.
Paul McCartney.
No?
Oh, no.
Paul McCartney, never heard of him.
We used to sing at talent shows too. We were very fancy.
I used to sing at non-talent shows.
I did. What was that? Church?
No, we weren't allowed to do that at church.
I want to take a look.
I lived in that town from Footloose.
From Footloose?
Yeah.
I want to take a
Missy said she had a car, she'd already be in it. That's called.
And if I hadn't
being a race car driver.
I hadn't had 2 drinks, I would be in my car coming to you. But I will not do that anymore because drinking and driving is for people who have too much money.
All right. That's been. It's going to go to the 8.
It's going to go to 8, and we'll take a look.
We'll take a look.
We're going to see what's happening. Again, if you don't have a
gonna be
waffle
delicious.
iron, do not despair. You could bake this in the oven. It'll be just as delicious. I'm always just looking for a way to appetizer my mains, and this was a fun way to do it.
I love this idea. I love waffling things. Have you ever had you waffled your grilled cheese sandwiches?
Yes, I've
awesome.
waffled the grilled cheese sandwich. That's
so good. So good.
Also, if you really want to throw your diet out the window entirely, what you can do is do 2 of these and then make a sandwich with something in the middle, like a chicken and waffles, but with mac and cheese waffles. It's evil. It's not heart friendly by any stretch. I was just very excited, by the way, that tonight when I put this on, it still did up. So, yay!
All right, let's go overhead. We're ready
going?
for the reveal?
I don't know if it's ready.
Let's go for the reveal. Let's take a look.
We're gonna try.
Oh, that one kind of fell apart.
Ready, fell apart. Never mind. You don't get to see it.
Well,
we're just gonna let it get crispier.
Okay.
We're just gonna let it.
I don't know if that's gonna actually do what you're thinking it's gonna do.
It's gonna do it.
All right.
And if it doesn't do it, it's still going to be delicious. If it doesn't work, here's what I'm already going to suggest. Because you guys know me, I don't like to fail in general in life. But in the kitchen, I'm all for it. What might have helped would have been a little bit of panko to stodge up the waffle. Also, I'm going to be...
I'm going to put this back in the fridge.
Yeah, you put that back in the fridge. Also, I'm going to tell you, because I did a lot of research. You wouldn't tell. maybe didn't notice, but I did do a lot of research on this. A lot of people just use packaged mac and cheese, add extra cheese,
Pack
and cheese, and then they just add some extra cheese and some panko to it. All right, I'm gonna give it a go. No, you know
All
what?
right.
We should
We
have.
can fix this. We can fix this. We can fix this.
All
Hold
right,
up.
all
Hold
right,
up.
all right.
Come in there.
All right.
All right. First of all,
Yes. Well, that's why I said,
Take
did we
that.
spray the top?
I did. I sprayed the whole thing. I'm gonna go with that.
Okay.
I think this just needs to be the mac and cheese might need, but you look at this, you're getting some nice.
Look at that. It got a nice waffle on the top. Like go
All right,
overhead
it's
for a
getting
second.
waffle on. It is over. Oh, no, we're not.
No, we're
Okay.
not.
Okay. Oh, what happened here? Oh, hit the wrong button. There we are. Going waffle.
So, like in principle,
We're
it
getting-
looks pretty good. It just is not sticking together.
So we're gonna go here. We can make this work. We can make this work. What? Wait with me here. All right, get me a plate. All
There's
right.
one right there. What I was going to suggest was maybe putting a little bit of waffle on the bottom, some cheese, and some waffle on top so that we have a little bit of glue to hold the thingy together. Oh,
Well, that's gonna work.
it's still going to be delicious.
Still gonna be great. I'm not worried about it. Just you're gonna have an instinct to grab it.
Yes, don't grab it. Refrain from grabbing. We also probably could have let it. I'm going to leave that one. When you're done taking this one out, I'm going to close
Yep.
this for 2 more minutes.
You
And I
close
want
it.
to see what happens with this one if we just close it for 2 more.
Okay.
And also, okay, hold on. So I don't want to.
We're gonna have us do that.
See, you can see it's got the waffle form. I think I could have also.
Also, this is a cheaper waffle iron. You might want it so they can get hotter. That might make a big difference. You want that crunchiness in it.
Mm-hmm. The other thing I think I might have done was just in general add more mac and cheese so that you get a little bit more stuff in there. But this is, sorry, I'm taking this. I am not, I'm
No,
kind
I'm
of
not just
sad.
trying that out.
I'm kind of with how it like visually looked, but taste wise, this is silly.
Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. It's the crunchiness of the waffle, but still, I mean, the whole thing with the waffle, you want that sort of gooey inside, crispy outside.
There we
you
go. Go overhead for a sec.
Yep.
See, it was just time. Sometimes you just
There
have
we
to let
go.
things
Look at
go.
that. Oh, that one looks beautiful.
That looks delicious.
Let's go with here. We'll go.
I'm just gonna get in here. Oh yeah, baby.
There you are.
There you go. We got mac and cheese waffles.
And that's what's great is you don't want to clean this out. You want to let
Oh,
that
you want to
get-
let that get super crispy for later, but. All right, we made it work. Sometimes it's just patience.
You want to try another one?
I could try another one. You want to try another one?
No, we don't.
I thought you just put it all back in the fridge.
I know. I just want to keep it cool.
Yes, this is.
Well, close the thing so we can make that stay hot.
Okay, hold on. I'm just taking some of the pasta out of this one thing. All right, so I'm gonna give this another little spray ski. We're gonna keep this hot for 2 seconds. So it didn't work out so badly. Yay! I love experiments. And again, the crispy top is so good. Yeah. Yeah, I'm now, I'm a huge advocate now for waffling your mac and cheese. It's delicious.
All right.
It's okay, it's still heating up, so. Do you want to maybe go to the other thing?
Oh yeah.
You want to tell them about our newest surprise?
We gotta. Oh, let me go back to here. We have a new thing coming up.
So we had so much fun on Christmas Eve with y'all. And I had so much fun doing the planning of the meal delivery. We had so much fun making the food. So we're going to do it again.
Another holiday. Another
Prepared meal.
dinner together. So
It's not going to be on a Thursday night. We're doing a special event on the actual day.
we'll see.
Hit it.
It's Valentine's.
So yeah, we're gonna do the same thing that we did for Christmas Eve. The menu will be out by next week. We're gonna do prepared meals for. We just saw that
It was fun to do.
it was fun to do, and also Valentine's. People have different feelings about Valentine's Day, but nobody likes to be alone on Valentine's Day. So we'll do End Times Day. Maybe a little bit apocalyptic. We're still going to do prepared meals, and then we're going to get together on Zoom and do kind of like we did for Christmas Eve. So we played. If you weren't with us on Christmas Eve, we played some games. It was just a fun time. We had a really good time. So yeah, that menu will be up by hopefully Monday or Tuesday of next week.
Yeah.
It will be the same situation. We'll have a meat option and a vegetarian option.
And just a viewing option.
And a viewing option. We haven't decided on who our charity is.
What our charity is, yeah.
But we just actually made our donation to Chez Doris.
Yeah.
So we raised $200 for Chez Doris on Christmas.
We all did together.
We all did. Yeah, exactly. So maybe
I think this week's charity, this month's charity, America.
I don't think America deserves it. I think they know what they did. But I'm thinking maybe the old brewery mission. I'm not sure yet, but we'll figure it out. So yeah, the deal is you can pre-order a meal that will be delivered to you on the day or the night before. If you don't want the meal, that's fine. You just want the link to the Zoom. We're going to have a little 2-hour Zoom party. And all of the proceeds after we pay for the food will go to charity. So giddy up. That sounds like fun.
You keep trying to take my money. All the proceeds.
Well, after we pay for stuff, the profit goes to charity. That's what we did last time.
Okay, cool. We did?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, we still have to pay for containers and gas and delivery and whatever. So
yes.
So yeah.
That is true. That is a true fact.
These are costs, unfortunately. But yeah.
That's the cost I'm not debating. It's charity. What's with charity? It always seems to need money.
Go figure.
Next week,
this is good stuff.
we come back. It is going. This is the first of a brand new series of
Episode themes.
Episode themes. A regular theme we're going to try out called Cooking the Books.
What is Cooking the Books, Dan?
Cooking the Books is we're going to take somebody's cookbook.
Yep.
And we're going to make stuff from that cookbook. And next week it is
Snoop Doggy Dogg. Snoop. So, Snoop has a cookbook that someone just bought me for Christmas, and we're going to be making recipes and cocktails out of Snoop Dogg's cookbook.
Yeah. You might think that it's all just weed stuff.
It's not.
There's no weed stuff in it.
There's no weed in there at all. That doesn't mean that I might not change that. But stay tuned. Come back and see. Maybe we're cooked with weed.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't. Who knows?
So next week is Cooking the Books, Snoop Dogg Cookbook Edition.
Yep.
Thank you so much for joining us. We want to thank all of our guests tonight.
Thank you, Adina Katz. I am so happy to have reconnected with you.
Yeah. Chef Duy-An, I'm so glad that you are
the Jello Master.
Doing what you do. Sort of. And
Butterscotch Blondie, you're a sexy lady. 1 minute has never felt so short.
I'm the Divine Danny D.
I am El Diablo. Hold on, but we have a minute and some odd before we open up this waffle. I don't know why you were...
Because we only have 30 seconds on the show.
Oh, well, we should probably sync our clocks.
Well, that's a timer.
No, the clock. That says 6:57.
Yeah, I wish somebody would have thought of that.
My clocks are normally too fast, and then you get mad that
I don't get mad at your clocks. I don't actually pay attention to your clocks. You're the one who said you noticed it. I'm just eating mac and cheese.
It's a mac and cheese eating kind of night.
Yes. Oh, we still have one. Okay, is it almost done? Should I hold? I'm going to hold.
We're going to hold.
Until we have this done. I don't know if that's going to be ready yet. Nope, I can tell from here. Split already.
All right.
It's going to be fine.
Tune in next week. Maybe you'll see what we did.
Make it longer. Just whatever you said to put it down, just put it in twice as long. You get it crispier.
It's going to be delicious.
It's great. I'm the Divine Danny D.
I'm El Diablo. You could also make extra cheese sauce and dump it in the cheese sauce afterwards.
Or just not do that.
We love ya.
Take care of each other.
Wear a mask.
Wear a damn mask.
Mwah.